Hello, namaskar. Yep, and welcome to this video. So this is a video for a guided meditation, and this one will be focusing on the full moon meditation. Yeah. So if you are new to this practice, to some meditation work, yeah, all you need is yourself. A quiet space. If you can just find an area where maybe you can have a little bit of me time for a little while. You are welcome to sit on the floor on your mat, maybe even have a cushion, okay, or a bolster that you can maybe just prop yourself up onto. You can also be close to the wall, so maybe you can lean back against the wall if it's more comfortable for the back this way. Or if you feel more comfortable seated on a chair, you're more than welcome to do so. Just try to have your feet firmly on the ground, or maybe have a stool or some blocks underneath the feet so that they are flat against something and not floating off the ground space. Yeah. So this is just a really simple guided practice because sometimes when it comes to the full moon period, there are times when our body feels that it is going through a bit of a shift, a bit of a change. Maybe the energy in the body feels different as well. And this is when we really able to kind of get in tune into maybe our feelings, our emotions a little bit more. And also maybe we just want a more kind of like quieter, softer kind of practice as well. Okay, so you just start in any comfortable seated position. Okay, we start with a little bit of gentle movements here. Okay, so you can bring the arms all the way up, okay, above the head here. Interlace the fingers as you turn the palms skywards, and then keep reaching. Keep feeling the length. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And keep on inhaling and keep reaching even higher. Grow even taller than you exhale, just leaning over to the right side. Nice and gentle. You can close the eyes if you prefer. And again, inhaling, coming back to the middle. And then the soft exhalation and then leaning over to your left side. And inhaling to come back into an upright position. You can slowly bring the arms all the way down. Okay, so from here, then just doing a couple of rolls into the shoulder as you roll shoulders backwards. A couple of times here, and then rolling it forwards as well. Yeah. And then you can maybe lean the right ear towards the right shoulder. You can use the right palm to the side of the face, just a gentle tug and pull, maybe extending the left arm away. Right. Gently releasing to come back to a neutral position and coming to the other side. The left ear falling to the left shoulder. You can use the left palm, just gently bring it to the side of the face here. And again, you can extend the right arm out to the right side. And then slowly you can gently release this way, right? And just a simple twist here as you can bring the left hand on top of the knee here. You can bring the right hand behind you, coming into a spinal twist. And coming back to the middle, and then now, the right palm onto the knee, the left hand behind. Maybe you hold bring the palm down onto the mat for a while. And then, okay, slowly releasing, coming back to the middle, right? And then just doing a couple of circles, okay, with the head in one direction and in the other direction. Okay, good. All right. So, okay, so the body feels comfortable, after some really simple, gentle movements. And now we begin the practice. Okay, so take any comfortable seated position here. Okay, like I said, maybe sitting on a cushion or a bolster if that's preferable for you. You can even lean back, okay, against the wall space if it feels nice this way. Then gently closing the eyes. Palms can be resting, on top of the knees, either palms up, palms down. It's up to you. Or arms down by the sides. Okay. And I'd just like you to just feel here first and just be aware of your body. Noticing that you are in this seated position. And noticing where the body is in touch with the ground. Maybe it's the feet, or the legs, or the buttocks. And slowly from here, tracing the body from where it's in touch with the ground as you bring it upwards towards the direction of the spine, the torso. And you feel that sensation of awareness moving upwards into the back of the spine, to the lower back, middle back, upper back areas, to the back of the neck space, the back of the head. And feeling the entire skull area, feeling the entire face, all the muscles in the face. And now being aware of the crown of the head, the top of the head space. Feeling and sensing the entire physical body right here, right now. And slowly start to bring the awareness towards your own breath. Just like you to feel and be aware of the natural rhythm of the breath here. We'll do a couple of breathing awareness here. Right? So you can maintain the eyes closed if you like. As you bring now the right thumb, towards the right nostril, and you're just closing the right nostril. Okay, so just closing the right nostril with the thumb. Then we're just focusing on the breath that is flowing in and out of the left nostril. So if you like to, maybe you can follow my count or just your own regular breath here. And all together here, maybe fully exhaling. Inhaling to the left side, so inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now releasing the right hand down. And then just really noticing the breath. Sensing how the breath feels in either of the nostrils. Sensing if there's any maybe change to the quality of the breath itself. And then also maybe noticing if the body feels like it's a little bit more settled, a little bit more at ease. Really noticing and paying attention to this, right? Small little details of your own body, of your own space. Continue to maintain that awareness towards the breath for a little while. Simply noticing the rhythm of the breath, the pace of the breath, the feeling and the sensation of the breath itself. And as you maintain the eyes closed, and you're focusing on the breath here, start to bring awareness, right, towards the face. I'd like you to just be aware of your entire face area. And then slowly from the face area, bringing that focus and awareness towards the forehead area, feeling the entire front of the head space, right? Really nice and broad. Feel that it is really wide. Feel that it is smooth and feel that it is really clear. Okay? The frontal head space area. Feel that this entire area in the front of the head space, maybe starting to feel that it is so clear and it feels light. Then maybe you also feel a sense of light, a sense of peace, a sense of calmness coming into this particular space, particular area, right at the front of the head space. Feel this sense of light now, right? That is in the front of the head, the forehead area. Feel that this energy is concentrating, into a small little ball till it comes to a point that is still in the front of the forehead, and it's now in between the eyebrow space. You feel that this sense of light or this sense of clearness, this sense of energy has been condensed into this small little space that is in between the eyebrows. Notice maybe how bright this the light is at this space. Notice how circular, maybe in shape, or if it's taking any other shape or form, that's absolutely fine. But really connecting to that the sensation and that sense of that light here. It's really clear, white, bright light. And now feeling this little circle, this little ball of bright white light, feel that from the middle of the forehead area, it is now slowly moving outwards from the body. So slowly kind of just pulling away from the front of the head space as it draws outwards. And it's now in front of you. You can see this ball of light right in front of you. And it keeps pulling outwards and away from the body. And as it keeps pulling and growing outwards away from the body, it starts to slowly expand into a bigger ball of bright white light. And it keeps on moving away from you, and it keeps growing and expanding outwards until you feel that it is really quite far away, longer than one arm's distance, longer than your body distance, and it keeps pulling further and further away. And as it pulls further and further away, it's also slowly trajecting upwards, floating upwards towards the direction of the sky. And you can maybe see that it is now pulling further and further away. This bright white light moving up into a really dark black sky. And you feel that it is now expanded, so big and so bright that it looks like it is the moon, the full moon, in this darkness, in the space of darkness in front of you, in this dark, dark sky. Notice and sense this brightness of light is now the moonlight that is shining out from this dark sky. It's shining outwards and downwards onto you, into the whole body. And as you look up, right, into this big, beautiful, bright full moon, you're just really enjoying the beauty of this, the fullness of the moon, of the size of the moon, of the brightness of the moon. You're just so in awe of its beauty and its size and its magnitude as it fills up, right, the dark sky, bringing it sunlight. And then now maybe you notice, okay, around the brightness of the moon, you start to maybe notice as well some twinkling around it, by the side, above it, below it. Right? These little white lights start to twinkle around this space. You notice that maybe these are the stars, or like jewels, right? Just shining and glistening and just being beautiful. And as you sit here and you observe this space, the sky, the brightness of the sky right in front of you, and you feel that the light from this big full moon is now illuminating your entire body space. Feel that with this sense of light coming right towards you, that it is bringing into your present consciousness, your present state of awareness about you yourself and who you truly and fully are. Allow the light from this beautiful full moon right now to really shine these bright lights all the way down onto you, so that you can see yourself in wholeness. As you see yourself maybe in the front side of the body where it's illuminated by the light, maybe you sense and notice all the things that are about you and that you feel, all the things that you see, all the things that you project outwards as well, right? Whether it is your appearance, whether it is your behaviors, right? Whether it's your speech, just allowing this light to really allow you to see, right, for who you are right now, right here, facing the light, facing forwards, facing outwards. What and how are you feeling as an individual, as a person, and how do you project yourself? So just taking a couple of moments here just to feel and to notice, maybe understanding what comes up, right? Simply noticing, that's all. And now, because we have the full moon, right, the light of the moon like shining onto the entire physical body, our physical space here. And even though the light is coming at the front, we know that behind us, to the back of us, is a shadow. So it's darkness behind us. Where the back is, the back of the head, the back of the spine, the back of the arms, this space that falls behind us is our shadow. And the light shows us this shadow as well that falls behind us. And then I'd like you to take a moment here and notice that shadow as well. Maybe first and foremost noticing what is the shape of the shadow. Is the shape maybe the outline of your body? Maybe it has kind of modified or transformed into something slightly different, whatever the shape is. And I'm noticing that in this darkness and in this shadow that falls behind us, there are things that are within us that we do not show or project out, but they're also still part of us as well, right? So then noticing these things. So whether it is, maybe a behavior as well, maybe it's a behavior that you only do on your own when you're in your own space at your own time. Maybe it is a mindset, right? But your thoughts and what is the thought process and how you go through it. Maybe it's the inner speech, the inner voices that maybe you have when you're having conversations, maybe with yourself, or maybe even sometimes in sleep, right? Sometimes there are dreams, and that is the mind and the consciousness as well. That is still very much a part of us too. Right? So taking this moment here now to just notice, in this shadow space where the light of the moon is illuminating and just showing you the shadow that is there, that appears, and just noticing, feeling, sensing that we have both the lightness and the darkness within us. This is all a part of us. This is who you are in fullness, in wholeness. So simply observing, noticing. The front and the lightness, the back and the darkness, and how these two things come together and meet as a whole. Sometimes there are really good and pleasant things, right? And sometimes there are, some not so pleasant things as well. So then just simply acknowledging these two spectrums, right? Maybe noticing if there's some things that are maybe are on the light side and not necessarily on the dark side. Maybe on the light side, but maybe this particular value or this particular quality is maybe not so pleasant, or something that you don't feel really good or comfortable towards. But just noticing that first and foremost that it is there, right? So just embracing everything that is within you right here, right now, okay, in this moment. Not being judgmental, not being opinionated, not being harsh about it, right? Just simply noticing. And noticing if that there are things that are unpleasant, right? Maybe seeing if you can find a way to kind of be just more aware of this maybe unpleasantness within us, right? We all have that, okay? We all have that. And that's absolutely normal. But just simply noticing. Just having that awareness, that's all. So I just really like you to fully embrace your individual self as a whole. Slowly, okay, start to look into yourself, looking inwards, going deep, understanding who you are and what you are made up of. So still feeling and sensing this sense of, right, this sense of duality within yourself, this sense of wholeness that makes you. thanking, right, the bright moonlight, this big full moon right in front of us right now, thanking the moon for providing us with this light of awareness to shine onto us, to bring awareness and bring up, right, to the light. Maybe things sometimes that we don't particularly notice or we are subconsciously aware of, and it's not always something that's unpleasant. It could be something that's pleasant, but it's just really been hidden, right, inside. It's been in the shadowland. So just really, having this sense of openness about it. And once you give your thanks to this full moon, now you feel, okay, that the fullness of this moon, okay, still illuminating into the body. And now it's slowly, okay, shrinking back into a smaller size. And as it's slowly diminishing in size, compacting, coming back to a small, bright, white ball of light or a circle of light. It's slowly starting to descend from the sky, from the heavens, and it's slowly making its way back downwards to the direction of the earth space, the ground space, and it's coming towards you. And as it's coming towards you, it's shrinking and shrinking, becoming smaller and smaller in size, condensing and compacting until once more it is that little ball of light that is right in front of the face. And once more, you're just noticing this ball of light that is right in front of you. Okay, this sense of lightness right in front of the face. Noticing it here first, before once more it slowly starts to become smaller and smaller again, one more time, and then it comes closer and closer towards the direction of the face, towards the direction of the eyebrows, the head space, right? And then it is in the middle of the eyebrow space. So once more coming back into this area of the body, as you know that right now, okay, that this awareness of the light is really within you, and you can see it anytime that you like to. As you maybe take sometimes a moment to reflect from time to time on what you see or what you don't see, right? Maybe what you feel and what you don't allow yourself to feel. Just simply having this sense of awareness, that's all. And then slowly bringing that awareness back towards the breath. Noticing the breath back at the nostrils. Feeling the breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Then from the breath, now bringing that awareness back into the chest space. To feel and be aware of the chest moving. Then be aware of the shoulders, the whole head space, the torso, right, the body, the legs, the arms. Feeling and being aware of the entire physical body right now. Taking a moment here. Maybe once more just to kind of collect your thoughts or your observations about what you've seen, what you felt. Noticing it for just what it is, not hanging on to, right, any particular perception or criticism, judgment, nothing at all. Letting go what is not needed, right? And then with a few blinks here, gently opening the eyes and coming back into this physical space. Okay, so I think that maybe there's been a couple of things maybe that's been brought to light or brought to your awareness. And like I mentioned, there is no need to have any form of judgment or opinion towards it. It's just really simply being aware of, right, your entire being as a whole, right, as a soul, right, of who you are on the outside and on the inside, in the lightness and in the darkness. Just embracing it all together, right, and just noticing the bits that you love, the bits that you like, and the bits that you don't like as well. So, right, if you have any thoughts, that came up to you, any sensations or insights during the practice, you're more than welcome, of course, to write down in your journal, and then just observe how you're feeling, right? Maybe going through what you've written, how the body's processing it, how the thoughts are processing it. And then just noticing, and then just really learning and finding out a lot more about yourself this way, right? In that sense of duality, in this world of duality, right? We always have both ends of a spectrum, and we're just really trying to find that balance in the spectrum as well. Okay. If you have any other comments or questions, you can of course leave a note right here if you'd like to. I will certainly try to address it as best as I can. Right, this is all just a lot of inner work that we need to do, and it takes time, a couple of times. So feel free, of course, to go through this video a couple of times, or when you feel that you need to. All right. So thank you so much for joining me, right, in the seated practice. Namaskar, and thank you.